Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrutyam
Nārayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayamudiraye
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhaktin Bhavatir Naistiki
Bhaktim Bhaktim
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 9, text number 5. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is Answers by Citing the Lord's Version. So please repeat the sloga behind me. Sa ādi-devo jagatāṁ paro guruḥ.
Sa ādi-devo jagatāṁ paro guruḥ.
Svadhiṣṇyam āsthāya sisṛkṣayā aikṣata.
Svadhiṣṇyam āsthāya sisṛkṣayaikṣata.
Tam nādhyagacchad dṛśam atra sammatāṁ.
Tam nādhyagacchad dṛśam atra sammatāṁ.
prapañca-nirmāṇa-vidhir yayā bhavet.
prapañca-nirmāṇa-vidhir yayā bhavet.
Word by word meaning. Please repeat behind me. Saha.
Saha.
He.
Ādi-devaḥ.
ādi-devaḥ. The first demigod.
The first demigod.
Jagatāṁ.
Jagatām.
Of the universe.
Of the universe.
Paraḥ.
Paraḥ.
Supreme.
Supreme.
Guruḥ.
Guruḥ.
Spiritual master.
Spiritual master.
Svadhiṣṇyam.
Svadhiṣṇyam.
His lotus seat.
His lotus seat.
Āsthāya.
Āsthāya.
To find the source of it.
To find the source of it.
sisṛkṣayā.
Sisṛkṣayā.
For the matter of.
For the matter of.
Creating the universal affairs.
Creating the universal affairs.
Aikṣata.
Aikṣata.
Began to think.
Began to think.
Tam.
Tam.
In that matter.
In that matter.
Na.
Na.
Could not.
Could not.
Adhyagacchat.
Adhyagacchat.
Understood. Understand.
Understand.
dṛśam.
dṛśam.
The direction.
The direction.
Atra.
Atra.
Therein.
Therein.
Sammatāṁ.
Sammatām.
Just the proper way.
Just the proper way.
Prapañca.
Prapañca.
Material.
Material.
Nirmāṇa.
Nirmāṇa.
Construction.
Construction.
Vidhiḥ.
Vidhiḥ.
Process.
Process.
Yayā.
Yayā.
As much as.
As much as.
Bhavet.
Bhavet.
Should be.
Should be.
Translation and purport by Divine Grace Abhaya Charana of the E.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Very short purport.
Translation, please repeat behind me. Lord Brahma.
Lord Brahma.
The first spiritual master.
This first spiritual master.
Supreme in the universe.
Supreme in the universe.
Could not trace out the.
Could not trace out the.
Source of his lotus seat.
Source of his lotus seat.
And while thinking of.
While thinking of.
Creating the material world.
Creating the material world.
he could not understand
he could not understand
the proper direction
the proper direction
for such creative work,
for such creative work,
nor could he
nor could he,
find out the process
nor could he find out the process
for such creation.
for such.
Purport. This version is the prelude for explaining the transcendental nature of the form and the abode of the Lord. In the beginning of the Srimad Bhagavatam, it has already been said that the supreme absolute truth exists in his own abode, without any touch of the deluding energy. Therefore, the kingdom of God is not a myth, but factually a different and transcendental sphere of planets known as the Vaikunthas. This will also be explained in this chapter. Such knowledge of the spiritual sky far above this material sky and its paraphernalia can be known only by the dint of devotional service or bhakti yoga. The power of creation by Lord Brahma was also achieved by bhakti yoga. Brahmaji was bewildered in the matter of creation and he could not even trace out the source of his own existence. But all this knowledge was fully achieved by him through the medium of bhakti yoga. By bhakti yoga, one can know the Lord, and by knowing the Lord as the Supreme, one is able to know everything else. One who knows the Supreme knows everything else. That is the version of all Vedas. Even the first spiritual master of the universe was enlightened by the grace of the Lord. So, who else can attain perfect knowledge of everything without the mercy of the Lord? If anyone desires to seek perfect knowledge of everything, he must seek the mercy of the Lord, and there is no other mean. To seek knowledge on the strength of one's personal attempt is the sheer waste of time. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalake Chakshurmiritam Yana Dasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Putre Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashasha Deshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. In this chapter, entire chapter, Sukadeva Goswami started giving the answer to Parikshit Maharaj questions. And this shloka particularly he is explaining that even when Brahma, he was born, he born in the ignorance. Ignorance in the sense, he was not aware of anything. How he born and what is the purpose. And even he was thinking about the creative activity, how to start. He don't know anything. That means he was in the darkness. And how he achieved the exalted position, even though he is the first living entity, he is created by the Supreme Lord. So we are seeing that in the womb of the mother, the child is getting connected with the umbilical cord, and the child is growing in the stomach of the womb of the mother, and he's come out once it is fully developed. And this is the similar way the Lord also delivered not inside of the stomach, outside of the stomach, from the Lord's navel, the lotus sprouted in the top of the lotus flower, Brahmaji took birth there. So that means Brahmaji is the direct son of Lord. And then after that, Brahma was unable to understand what is the purpose, why I born here. Because there is no other living entity, there is no creation at all. Because creation not yet started, because he was the first creation. So he was coming up and down on the lotus flower. Then he heard the voice, tapa. Then he started tapa. So even Brahma, after that, after 1,000 years, celestial years of tapasya, he got the benediction from the Lord, and he got the Vedas, he got the Bhagavatam, he got the instruction of the creation. He gave the ingredients of the creation. Lord gave the ingredient because Lord is the primary creator, and he gave the secondary creation activity to Brahma. From there, he is continuing his activity. So the ultimate point is, we cannot say that by birth I know everything. By birth, we are all ignorant only. Ignorant means we were in the darkness. So when the sun is not there, we cannot see our own body, we cannot see anything around us. Everything is darkness only. When the sun comes in the morning, early morning, slowly it comes, then automatically we can see everything. Our own body as well as the other things also we are able to see when the sun comes. The similar way, in the knowledge also like that only. By birth, we were all in the ignorance, in the darkness. When we get this knowledge through a spiritual master, so that's the reason we are reciting this sloga, O Manjana Timirandasya Jnananjana Chalakaya Chakshur Militam Yana Dasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So we are telling our respect to the spiritual master, because of him only he lighted a torchlight. What is a torchlight? Knowledge as a torchlight, so that we were born as a darkness. Through the torchlight like knowledge, he elevated us from our material contaminated position to elevated position. So that is the reason we are giving the respect to the spiritual master. The similar way, even Brahmā also, like us only, during the birth, he was not aware of anything. Then after doing the tapasya, that means that is a spiritual activity he is supposed to do. That is the bhakti yoga. So even Brahmā also got his position and his activities, everything as his instruction, and Lord as the Guru, he gave this bhakti yoga to Brahmā. So through bhakti yoga, he was able to understand everything, like how the sun comes, we are able to see ourselves and other things. Similarly, when the knowledge provided by the Lord to Brahmā, immediately he was able to understand himself, his position, and all the other activities, what he is supposed to do, everything he understood, and he started the creation. So in the material world, we are also in that man only. Because whatever originally, we are all the souls. And since we are contaminated and we wanted to enjoy, because of our enjoying propensity, we are in this material world. And we are having the senses, our senses, we are having the eyes. Through eyes, we are able to see. Through nose, we are smelling. And we are hearing through ears. And we are tasting through our tongue. And we are touching. So these are the senses. So all these senses perceived, who is experiencing the senses? Actually, the soul is experiencing the senses. Through this medium of this, soul cannot directly see. Because of that, the eyes provided to, because whatever the desire of the soul, I wanted to see all those things. So Lord gave us the eyes. Through eyes, the soul is seeing everything. So through nose, the soul is smelling. Through tongue, the soul is tasting. So our body is a medium for the soul to perceive the things in the outside world. But when the soul is out of this body, what is happening? This body cannot act of its own, because the soul is not there. So that's why we are calling that as dust body, and it is getting decayed. Then we are burning, or we are putting in the inside of the mud. Why we are doing that? Because without the soul, the body is useless. So that means inside the spiritual soul, spirit soul, that is making us to controlling our body. And he wanted to see originally the soul wanted to see, soul wanted to perceive the things. That is through this our senses, it is able to achieve what it required. So currently, whatever the body not provided in this material world, through our senses, what we are able to see, whatever we are seeing, I wanted to enjoy this. I wanted to taste this. I wanted to smell this. I wanted to hear this. Like that, we are all in the sense gratification mode. So to gratify our senses, that is our senses to be gratified first. So for that is the prominent thing coming out through our senses. And also through these senses, we are able to perceive only the material things. We are through this our blunt senses, which is made up of the earth, water, and fire, all this body. So through this body, we are able to see only, or we are able to smell, we are able to hear everything, material things. We never even though the spiritual things are there, we are not able to see the spiritual thing. So, for example, if I am wearing a color glass, suppose blue color glass specs I'm wearing. So, if I see using this blue color glass, if I see outwards, what will happen? We are able to see everything as a blue color. But are they really a blue color? No. Because we are wearing the blue color glass, we are able to see everything is blue color. So that means we are born with this material eyes. So we are whatever we are seeing, we are able to see only the material things only we are able to see. We are not able to see beyond this. But we are saying that we are hearing the scriptures, the soul is eternal and the soul is made up of Satchit Ananda and the soul is leaving the body. Every time we are seeing that there are so many souls are leaving the body, even the small ant, the small insect, the soul is leaving. In front of our eyes, we are seeing the soul is leaving, the insects are dying, some people are dying, we are seeing. But we are seeing that body only. We are not able to see how the soul is coming out from this body. We don't know. We are not aware of that. How the soul is coming out from this body, where it is going, we don't know. So that why? Because we are provided with only the material eyes. So with the material eyes, this is limited to see only the material things. Even our eyes, even the material also, there is a limitation is there. You cannot see what is maybe after 1 kilometer away, what is there, we cannot see. Even certain age, we are not able to read our books. So what we supposed to, we used to read earlier in the young age. After some age, we are not able to see. Then what we are using? We are using the specs and we are reading that. So we need a medium through to see the things. Suppose we are seeing the people are saying that there is a asteroid is coming there, and there is a the other planetary systems are moving this way. So they are saying, the scientists are saying this way. So how we can perceive that? Through a telescope. Through a telescope they are seeing. So they were able to see what is happening in the even in the material world also. We are not able to see. We are also seeing the sky, but we are also not seeing what through the telescope what we can see. Through our eyes we cannot see. So that is the reason our senses also limitation. So since, as I said in the earlier, since our eyes, our specs is a colored specs, blue color specs, we are seeing everything blue. Since that the similar way, since it is our eyes are made up of material things, to see the material things, we can see only the material things. Even though the spiritual things are there in front of us, the spiritual things are there, but we couldn't see that because our eyes are made up of material. So how can we make it as a spiritual? So that's why the process is coming. Cheto darpana marjanam. That's our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying in Sisṛkṣayaiksata, Cheto darpana marjanam. Avamaha davagni nirvapanam. So how we can, Cheto darpana marjanam means how we can eradicate that, how we can cleanse that through by chanting the holy name of the Lord, we can cleanse that. So if you are removing the blue color sticker from your specs, you can see through what is directly. That time you won't see anything blue. Everything of its own color you can see. Oh, the leaves of this plant is green, and this is the person is wearing the dress is a yellow color. It's a blue color. Other person is wearing the red color. So with the blue color covering, we can see everything blue. But once we remove that through the sticker got removed from the specs, then we can see the originality of the other things. The similar way, currently we are all covered with our knowledge. Our knowledge is covered. Even our original position is Chit Chit Ananda. So we are all knowledge. Chit means knowledgeable. So the soul is knowledgeable. That's what Krishna is saying in this. All the scriptures are saying, Krishna also confirming. Our body is made up of, our soul is made up of Satchit Ananda. That means our soul is head as the knowledgeable. But that knowledge is covered. So who will awaken this knowledge? That is for that only Krishna is sending the spiritual master to awaken that knowledge. So spiritual master, how he got the knowledge? He got from previous guru. He got from his own guru, his guru. So if you trace back, it will go to till Brahmā. So now in this sloka we are saying that even Brahmā also when he was born, he was not aware of anything. He was also in the darkest region. So how Brahmā got? Yes, Lord gave him, after his tapasya, Lord gave him this knowledge and he gave the task of the creation, secondary creator. So this is achieved, the Brahmā able to achieve this position through Bhakti Yoga. So that is the conclusion there. So whatever the activities we are doing in this material world, through by saying that Bhakti, do this, do that, there are many things we are doing. Other activities also. We are saying that this is also part of devotional service. But chanting the holy name of the Lord is the only activity we can able to do at any point of time. So even at the time of death also, we may be sometimes, suppose anyway one day we are going to be in that position, we may be in the deathbed. Even that time you cannot do any of the arati, or you cannot sing, you cannot do anything. You cannot play mridanga, you cannot cook for the Lord, you cannot make garland, nothing, you cannot do anything. Only thing we can do is chant remember the Lord and chant the holy name. That is the only thing we can able to do at the time of death also. That is the reason there is a more stress by our acharyas in the Kali Yuga, especially for the Kali Yuga, chanting the holy name of the Lord. That is also, if you are waking up in the morning, early morning, and do the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, that will give you the immense benefit. That is the Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Cheto Darpana Marjanam, in the sense, it is not necessary you need to get some surf excel, you need to wash your heart. It is not that. Our heart is getting washed through this chanting the holy name of the Lord. That is the device God provide. That is the paraphernalia God provide. Through this, you can cleanse your heart. And once our heart is cleansed, we can able to see the spiritual things around us. So currently we are seeing only the material things, whatever they made up of earth, water, fire, and ether. But once our heart is cleansed, we can see the spiritual things also. So that is, it will take years together, or it may take multiple births also. So that is the reason what we need to do. We should try to achieve that even in this very birth itself, because there are so many births, millions of births we took, but we don't know how many births we get a chance to chant the holy name of the Lord. How many births we got the connection with the Bhakti Yoga. So this currently, whatever we are seeing, whatever we are hearing, currently we are here in this material world, and we got this paraphernalia of chanting the holy name. So we have to utilize, the intelligent person utilize this opportunity to get out of this material world. So nobody will postpone that. Okay, let me try next birth. Nobody will postpone. The intelligent person they won't postpone. The person who is in the ignorance, they will postpone. Okay, they will postpone that. Okay, let me do the bhakti after 60 years. Now, what is the thing? I will while time at the time of death, I can remember the Lord. The entire life you are going with the self gratification only. Then how come you can think about the Supreme Lord at the time of death? It is not at all possible. So that is the reason every day we should have the touch with this spirituality. That is the reason we are doing the chanting the holy name of the Lord in the early morning. The early morning hours, because the whole night we have our mind, we have done the calm down, and we are the fresh mind. When you are waking up, there is nothing there in the mind. So immediately, if you do the devotional service, if you do the chanting the holy name of the Lord, that will, as it is, it will go and settle in the saved in our subconscious mind. So when the things are in the subconscious mind at any point of time, we won't forget that. That is the reason we are stressing the point. Wake up early in the morning and do the chanting, so that it cannot be eradicated from our mind. So even our school days also, our parents used to say, wake up early in the morning, so that freshly you can study and it will be in your memory. So our memory power is more, it will be our power, our Lord provided our memory power. That power will be more in the morning hours. That is the reason if you chant the holy name of the Lord in the morning hours, that will be stay in our mind. Even at the time of death also, we can able to remember Supreme Lord. And Supreme Lord, it is not necessary of my own. I can do this, the spiritual world. Let me do of my own. Like that, we cannot do. We need to have the spiritual master. We need to accept the spiritual master, and through the spiritual master, we need to learn the things. That's why we want to perceive all the planets. We need a telescope. Some medium is required. You cannot see everything even in the material world also. The planets which are there far away from us, we cannot see. To see, there is a medium is required. There is a telescope. The similar way, the Lord is there far, far away in the spiritual world. To connect with that Lord, we need a medium. So spiritual master is acting as a medium. They will connect us to the Supreme Lord. So we are saying that, okay, I know the mantra. Let me chant. Why I need a spiritual master? No. Currently, whatever we are doing, it is practicing that, and we are trying to adopt this system. Then when this mantra will be effective, when we are getting the mantra from the spiritual master, then will be whatever we are chanting, that will have the full effect. Even anyway, it will have the effect. Whatever we are chanting, it will have the effect. But if you get the fullest effect, the purpose of this chanting the holy name of the Lord, that will be achieved when we are getting this mantra from the spiritual master. So that is the reason the medium is required. So Brahma is our first spiritual master. Through him, the Supreme Lord is the first spiritual master. He gave the knowledge to Brahma. From him, the knowledge is coming to us. So whatever we are studying, whatever we are doing, this process, everything, it is directly provided by the Supreme Lord. So there is no tinge of contamination in that. We should not have the doubt on this. So, and there are many people, they are whimsically, they are, okay, I don't want a spiritual master. By birth, I have the knowledge. So that's what the last line Prabhupada is saying, that to seek knowledge on the strength of one's personal attempt is a sheer waste of time. So we cannot perceive this knowledge of our own endeavor, because we need by the mercy of the spiritual master, by the mercy of through the telescope, how we are able to see. Similarly, by the mercy of the spiritual master, only where you can achieve the spiritual thing. So that is the reason spiritual master playing the important role via medium to connect with the Supreme Lord. And here, Brahmaji also, he used the medium. Lord played as a role of spiritual master. Through Bhakti Yoga, he achieved the Supreme Lord. And also he achieved the knowledge, and he achieved his activity, what he is supposed to do. The similar way, we are also practicing, we are the practitioner of Bhakti Yoga. So through which we can also achieve the Supreme Lord through the spiritual master, by the help of the spiritual master. So whatever the knowledge we are studying, we should not have the doubt on that. 100% it is a proven knowledge, because we are seeing Brahma is the first person. By Bhakti Yoga, he was able to achieve. The similar process is downwards he gave. So till our side, we are also able to follow here about the same Bhakti Yoga. We are able to practice the Bhakti Yoga. So if you are sincere on your Bhakti, definitely the result will be immense effect. Anyway, we are able to, we are understood what is this material world, and how as much as possible we have to get out of this material world. That also we come to the conclusion. We are all struggling here. We have to get out of this material world as much as possible. So that is the way we already came to the conclusion. But because of our senses, we are not able to completely adopt that Bhakti Yoga. So that is the reason, day by day, by chanting, by hearing this Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and chanting the holy name of the Lord, doing the devotional service, that faith and that whatever the determination, it will be strong, and we can achieve that one fine day. So today's slogan is talking about by birth, even Brahma also in the darkest region. He was on the ignorance, like us. So by the mercy of the Supreme Lord, by the mercy of the spiritual master like Supreme Lord, he got the knowledge. Similar way, we are all also in the darkest region. By the mercy of the spiritual master, we are getting the same knowledge what Brahma got from the Supreme Lord, without any contamination. Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय।